Chuck Wooldridge, an assistant professor at Lehman College, wrote an amazing book on the majestic city of Nanjing.
My name is Chuck Wooldridge, and the title of my book is City of Virtues, Nanjing in an Age of Utopian Visions.
His book is about how different groups try to occupy, rebuild, and use the city of Nanjing to express their visions for the city.
The reason I wanted to write about this topic in Nanjing had to do with some experiences I had in college. I wanted to think about how people imagine the world and how by recognizing other people's ideas of how the world should be, and studying that, I wanted to then have a better sense of where I think things might go.
In his presentation, Mr. Wooldridge explained some ways in which people use the city of Nanjing to express their visions.
If you can see the variety of ways in which people express themselves, not just in arguments, but in things like statues or buildings, then you can recognize possible futures. You can expand your own imagination. This might give you your own ideas about how to express yourself. That by interpreting what other people do in terms of communicating or expressing or enacting or depicting their worlds, you expand your ideas about how you might get your own view across.
The book, City of Virtues, caught the attention of many of Chuck Wooldridge's colleagues and even some of his students.
This was a talk about a new book that one of my colleagues in the history department has just published, Chuck Wooldridge. It's based upon the doctoral thesis that he wrote at Princeton University, but it's a very interestingly expanded version of that book.
Something that particularly caught my attention was when he started talking about poetry, like how in Nanjing they had these poems that were kind of like maps where you could go into the city and then explore and go to different places.
I was interested in to see how the outside forces affected the course of history, especially the city of Nanjing, and the Japanese and also the British, how they interacted with them and how they changed its course. And in retrospect, we can see that it could have been better or could have been worse, but nobody knows.
Chuck Wooldridge gave us a lot of insight about the city of Nanjing, and hopefully his teachings will continue to inspire us. For BronxNet, I am Dominique Maddox.